We're the poster child for good budgeting, and I wish Washington would look at us, because the first thing we do is we balance our budget. The second thing is we do it in a timely, thoughtful fashion with no accounting gimmicks, none of that other kind of monkey business that goes on in Washington. And the third part of it is we look at our long-term liabilities. We're actually looking out past 2040 and saying, are we paying our long-term debts? Because it's just not about today, but are we thinking about our kids and making sure we're leaving them stronger and better and addressing some of the issues we inherited? Some important decisions we're making through this process is, are we really putting aside the money for our long-term retirement needs? Because again, there's major pension requirements. Are we putting money in the savings account? Are we making smart investments like early childhood education that can make a difference in these kids' lives for decades to come? And then to the degree we have the opportunity, and we're very fortunate this year because of the economic comeback in Michigan, we're the comeback state, is we're going to have some resources to give back to hardworking taxpayers. We're making a massive investment in education, particularly K through 12 education. If you look at the number, if you compare it to 2011 compared to 2015, I'm recommending a $1 billion increase compared to 2011. That's a huge amount. Over the last 3 years, we've invested over $1.2 billion additional in education. So we're going to continue with that, but it's not just about spending money. The whole focus of this is to create a system that's sustainable and focused on student growth. Other areas on education that are very exciting. Preschool. Our preschool initiative is we're getting rid of the waiting list for kids in our state that weren't able to go to preschool. And isn't that critically important to our long-term future? We also have resources for the community colleges and starting to bring our universities back in terms of stronger funding models there. There's some important programs in the budget for job creation. One that we're really emphasizing and adding are the skilled trades. Again, if you think about the opportunity to get a career tech education for all those people, to be a welder, to be a plumber, to go on the production floor and run that robotic equipment, we're making a big investment there because I think there are a lot of open jobs there and people just need to make the connection and get the right skill sets. So I'm really excited about that. I think that's a huge opportunity for Michiganders to get a well-paying job. Many of these jobs may pay $60,000 to $80,000 a year. Let's fill them. We've been consistently adding dollars to public safety, particularly the Michigan State Police, for several years now. And so I was so excited when I saw the numbers from 2013 for the first 10 months to show in Pontiac crime down 6.5%, Detroit 7%, Saginaw 16%, Flint 30% with respect to violent crime. Those are major increases. Let's stay on the gas to show those kind of improvements. So in this budget, I'm continuing to ask more dollars for public safety so we can translate into that more troopers, more motor carrier enforcement people, more conservation officers, because that's good for all of us. One area that we haven't done enough in, because we had so many other challenges, is our environment. And everyone believes in the Great Lakes, our inland lakes, the wonderful forests in our state. So one thing we're putting dollars towards are helping prevent invasive species. It's about people putting the time and effort to say, let's keep invasives under control or out of Michigan. We've got some great things for seniors. Again, I'm excited about doing a special message later this year, but we're taking care of some important issues. We're getting rid of the waiting list for Meals on Wheels, for example. We're helping with in-home services in terms of getting rid of that waiting list, because seniors deserve better services. So those are critically important things that I'm very proud. Let's make Michigan a no-wait state. The positive impact of budgeting the right way is because it gives certainty and confidence to people that create jobs, to say Michigan's a place that's rock solid, that you can count on. The other part is it's creating that rock solid future for our kids. Too often people, in politics, when they do a budget, they think about 1 year. And they say, well, this is my term in office, so I got to think about it this long. We're thinking about the future, to pay down those long-term debts. I've made the joke to people, if you want an exciting job in Michigan, you should run for governor in 2038. It's going to be a really sweet job because we're thinking out 40 years or longer about a bright future for our kids.